If you are hearing these words right now, understand this. It is not a coincidence. The timing is perfect. The universe has brought you here for a reason. You are not lost and you are not late. You are standing at the edge of a beautiful transformation. You are exactly where you need to be. And now more than ever, it's your time to win. You are aligned with divine timing, and that simple truth holds more power than you may realize. In this very moment, as your heart beats and your breath flows gently in and out, the universe is working quietly behind the scenes, guiding your steps, even the one that felt like missteps. You may have questioned the delays, the detours, the disappointments. You may have wondered why things didn't happen when you wanted them to. But what if you knew, deep down, that nothing was ever late? That every experience you've had has led you to this very moment, and that this moment is sacred. Life doesn't move according to the clock on the wall or the expectations in your mind. It flows with the rhythm of the soul, the seasons of your spirit. Some seasons are quiet, still, and uncertain. They ask you to wait, to grow roots in the dark. Other seasons burst forth with light and movement and sudden transformation, and both are equally necessary. You see, the universe does not rush. It does not panic. It does not make mistakes. It simply unfolds in divine order. When you begin to trust this order, peace begins to bloom. The pressure fades. You no longer feel the need to chase what is already on its way. You no longer doubt yourself because of what hasn't happened yet. Instead, you begin to understand that your timing is not like anyone else's. You are a unique expression of life, and your journey cannot be measured by comparison. What is meant for you has its own sacred schedule, and it cannot be delayed, not even by a second, once you're truly ready to receive it. Often the delays you experience are actually gifts. They give you time to heal, to evolve, to release what would have blocked your blessing. Maybe you weren't rejected. Maybe you were redirected. Maybe that closed door was the universe saying, "Not this way, my love. I have something better." It's only in hindsight that we see how perfectly things fell into place, even when we thought they were falling apart. Being aligned with divine timing means learning to relax into the present moment. It means understanding that there is nothing wrong with you just because things are taking time. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, you are becoming. Every experience, the joyful, the painful, the confusing, is part of your preparation. You are being shaped, refined, and prepared for what you've asked for. And when the moment is right, what you've been waiting for will show up effortlessly, naturally, beautifully. It's a gentle process, this alignment. It asks you to soften, to trust, to stop forcing and start allowing, to listen not to the voice of fear, but to the quiet whisper within, the one that says, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you begin to live from that place of trust, your energy changes. You stop chasing, you start attracting. You become magnetic to miracles. It is not your job to figure out every detail or fix every delay. It is your job to stay open, to stay faithful, to nurture the belief that something greater is guiding you. The universe hears every thought, every wish, every silent prayer you've whispered into your pillow. And it does not ignore your heart. The love, the success, the clarity, the abundance, it's already on its way. But only when your energy matches the frequency of receiving will it arrive. That's why the timing matters. That's why the wait exists. You are not being punished. You are being readied. Trust that divine timing is a sacred contract between your soul and the universe. It cannot be rushed because it is rooted in love, and love is never impatient. So breathe, drop your shoulders, exhale the urgency. You're not missing out on anything. What's meant for you will not pass you by. And if it has, it was never meant to stay. Something far better is aligning with your truth. This is your invitation to surrender the timeline, to stop counting the days and start trusting the process. Because when the stars align, they do so in your favor. When the timing is divine, everything feels lighter, easier, more harmonious. And that is what awaits you. Ease, not struggle. Flow, not force. Grace, not grind. If you see this message today, take it as confirmation. You are right on time. No need to rush, no need to worry. You are aligned. You are in tune with something far greater than you can see. Keep showing up. Keep loving yourself through it. Keep the faith, because everything is working out. Not just somehow, but beautifully, powerfully, and exactly when it's supposed to. You were never meant to struggle forever. Even if life has felt like an uphill climb, even if the weight on your shoulders has been heavy for far too long, know this: the struggle is not your destiny. It is a chapter, not the whole story. You were not born to suffer endlessly. You were born to grow, to rise, and to remember your power. The pain you've felt, the confusion you've carried, and the storms you've endured were not placed in your path to break you. They were placed there to awaken something deeper within you. Struggle often becomes so familiar that we start to believe it's our natural state. We become used to the noise, the tension, the pressure, and the feeling of just barely getting by. We convince ourselves that this is just how life is. But deep down, in the quiet spaces of your heart, you know that isn't true. There's a part of you, no matter how small it might feel, that knows you are meant for more. You're meant to feel joy without guilt. You're meant to feel peace without waiting for the next disaster. You're meant to live with ease, not just survive the chaos. Sometimes life uses struggle as a teacher. It doesn't mean you're being punished. It means your soul is being stretched. You're being prepared for a life that is bigger, brighter, and more fulfilling than you can yet imagine. But the only way to reach that life is by moving through the parts of yourself that you've tried to hide. Struggle forces you to confront your thoughts, your beliefs, your wounds. It brings your pain to the surface so you can finally heal it. You were never meant to carry the weight of your past forever. You were never meant to stay in relationships that drain you, jobs that numb you, or situations that make you feel less than. You were never meant to give everything to everyone else while forgetting your own needs. You were never meant to prove your worth through suffering. That is not your purpose. There is a gentler way, a wiser way, a more loving way to live. But first you must believe that it's available to you. You must be willing to release the identity that's built around pain. You must stop telling the story of struggle as if it's the only story you're allowed to have. Life doesn't have to be hard to be meaningful. You don't have to suffer to be worthy of love, of abundance, of success, of rest. You are worthy simply because you exist. The world may have conditioned you to believe that success only comes through sacrifice, that love only comes when you earn it, that rest must be deserved. But that's not the truth of your spirit. Your true nature is peace. Your true nature is joy. And the struggle was only there to guide you back to yourself, not to define you, not to imprison you, not to last forever. When you begin to soften into this truth, your energy changes. You stop resisting the flow of life and begin to receive it. You stop fighting battles that aren't yours to fight. You start choosing yourself not as an act of rebellion, but as an act of remembrance. You remember that your soul was never created for endless exhaustion. You were created to thrive. This is your time to release the belief that healing only happens through hardship. It's time to stop glorifying the struggle, and start honoring the journey. Yes, you've been through a lot. Yes, you've felt pain that others may never understand, but that pain has given you depth, compassion, and wisdom. And now it's time for you to step out of survival mode and into alignment, into ease, into a life that supports and uplifts you. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to live a soft, beautiful, meaningful life. The universe does not require you to suffer to earn your blessings. They are already yours. The more you affirm your worth, the more you will see the struggle begin to dissolve. The more you honor your heart, the more life begins to honor you in return. Let go of the belief that life must always be hard. Let go of the guilt that creeps in when things start to feel easier. Let yourself be supported. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself experience life as it was meant to be, a sacred, evolving, beautiful journey, not a constant fight. If you are reading these words, take this as a sign. The struggle is not your home. It was only the path that brought you here. And now you are free to walk a new path, one paved in peace, joy, and grace. You were never meant to struggle forever. You are meant to rise, and now it's your time. Your beliefs create your reality, not just in theory, but in every moment of your life. Your beliefs act as silent architects, shaping what you experience, how you interpret it, and what you attract. They are the invisible framework behind every thought you think, every choice you make, and every result you see. Whether those beliefs were planted by your upbringing, your culture, or your own experiences, they operate like powerful magnets, drawing people, circumstances, and patterns into your life that match their frequency. You may not always be aware of the beliefs running in the background, but they are there, influencing everything. If you believe that you are not worthy of love, even subconsciously, you may find yourself repeatedly in relationships that reflect rejection or neglect. If you believe money is hard to come by, you might constantly feel as though you are struggling no matter how hard you work. But when you begin to shift those core beliefs, everything around you begins to shift as well. That is the power you hold, whether you've realized it or not. But the good news is beliefs are not set in stone. They are not permanent truths. They are simply repeated thoughts that you've accepted as reality. And because they were learned, they can also be unlearned. You have the power to question them, to release the ones that no longer serve you, and to choose new ones that align with the life you desire. The first step is awareness. Begin to listen to the stories you tell yourself. Notice the thoughts that rise when you look in the mirror, when you attempt something new, or when things go wrong. Ask yourself gently, is this belief supporting me or limiting me? Is this belief mine, or did I inherit it from someone else's fear? You might be surprised at how many beliefs you carry that were never really yours to begin with. Beliefs that were passed down through generations, shaped by wounded people, born from fear and lack. And yet you've lived by them, sometimes without question. But the moment you begin to examine them with love and curiosity, you reclaim your power. When you change your beliefs, you change your energy, and when your energy shifts, your reality responds. A person who believes they are lovable radiates differently than someone who believes they're destined to be abandoned. A person who believes they are supported by life takes bolder, freer steps than someone who believes the world is against them. Your outer world is always mirroring your inner world. This is not about blame. This is about empowerment. You are not at fault for the beliefs that shaped you, but you are responsible for healing and reshaping them if they keep you small. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are simply waking up to the truth that you can think new thoughts, and those new thoughts can create new experiences. Imagine what could change in your life if you believed without hesitation that you are enough just as you are, that you are supported by the universe, that you are allowed to be happy, successful, and deeply at peace. How would you speak? What would you allow yourself to receive? Who would you become? The universe responds to the vibration you hold, not just the words you say, but the beliefs you truly feel. That's why affirmations are powerful when they come from a place of truth. But they become transformative when you believe what you're affirming. Saying, "I am abundant," without believing it may feel hollow. But when you work gently with yourself day by day until you start to feel that belief take root, then the magic happens. Life begins to reflect the abundance you now hold in your heart. It's a practice, a journey. Some beliefs will dissolve quickly. Others will take time. Be patient with yourself. The mind resists change because it wants to protect you. But you are safe to evolve. You are safe to let go of old limitations. You are safe to believe in beauty, in possibility, in miracles. So begin today. Start with one belief. Choose something simple but loving. Repeat it often. Feel into it. Let it live in your body, not just your mind. Over time, you'll see how that one belief begins to ripple out, shifting your actions, your energy, your results. You are not at the mercy of your past. You are not stuck in old patterns forever. You are the creator of your reality. And with love, with intention, and with faith, you can shape a life that reflects the truth of who you really are. You are powerful, you are worthy, and the life you dream of begins with one belief. I am free to create a new reality now. There is power within you, deep, unwavering, eternal power. It has always been there, even in the moments when you felt small, lost, or broken. This power isn't loud or forceful. It doesn't demand attention or seek validation. It whispers, it waits, it watches for the moment when you are ready to remember who you truly are. You may have been taught to look for power outside of yourself, in other people's approval, in material achievements, in status or control. But none of those things last. They come and go like the wind. True power, the kind that transforms lives and reshapes destinies, comes from within. It lives in your heart, in your breath, in your very being. It's the part of you that cannot be harmed, shaken, or destroyed. You've felt this power before, even if only for a brief second. It's the quiet confidence that arises when you follow your intuition. It's the strength that carries you through heartbreak, through loss, through nights that feel like they will never end. It's the courage that wakes up with you each morning, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure of what's next. This power is not something you have to earn. It is not reserved for the few or the flawless. It is your birthright. You were born with it, and it will stay with you all your life, waiting for you to recognize it again and again. Life has a way of making us forget. Pain, rejection, fear, and doubt cloud our vision and make us question our worth. We start to believe the lies we've been told, that we're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. We start to think that our voice doesn't matter, that our dreams are foolish, that we should shrink ourselves to fit into someone else's version of life. But the truth is, you were never meant to live in fear. You were never meant to be silent, invisible, or dimmed. The power within you is your light, and even when it flickers, even when it's hidden behind years of self-doubt, it's still there, ready to shine. This power is love. It's wisdom. It's healing. It's knowing. And when you reconnect with it, you stop chasing life and start creating it. You stop asking for permission and start trusting your inner guidance. You stop playing small and begin standing in the fullness of who you are. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just take a breath and remember, you are enough. Not because of what you do, not because of what you achieve, but because you exist. That alone is reason enough to claim your power. You are allowed to rise. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to protect your peace and prioritize your joy. You are allowed to walk away from anything that makes you forget how powerful you are. And you are allowed to start over, again and again, until your life reflects the truth of your soul. No one else can awaken this power for you. Others can inspire you, support you, and walk beside you, but the remembering must come from within. It's in your quiet moments, in your prayers, in your tears, in your choice to keep going, in your decision to choose love over fear, peace over chaos, faith over doubt. There is no timeline you must follow, no path you must force. The power within you flows naturally when you are kind to yourself, when you forgive yourself, when you speak gently to yourself in moments of struggle. That is when your power grows, not in perfection, but in presence. You are already becoming the person you were meant to be. Every experience, every challenge, every breakthrough has been leading you back to yourself. Your power isn't just about strength. It's about softness too. It's about compassion, openness, and resilience. It's about trusting your journey and knowing that even the detours are divine. So take this moment to breathe into yourself. Place your hand on your heart and feel its rhythm. That is your power. That is your source. It is not somewhere outside of you. It is you. And when you remember that, everything begins to change. You speak differently. You walk with purpose. You radiate confidence that doesn't need to be proven, only lived. The world may try to distract you. It may try to make you forget again. But always return to this truth. The power you seek is already within you. It has always been there, and it always will be. Let it rise. Let it guide you. Let it lead you home. Letting go is not about giving up. It is not weakness, nor is it failure. Letting go is an act of love, an act of faith. It is the conscious choice to release what no longer serves you so that something better, something brighter, something more aligned can enter. When you let go, you open your hands, your heart, and your life to receive all the goodness that has been waiting for you. So often we hold on, not because we love the pain, but because the pain has become familiar. We grip tightly to old stories, outdated beliefs, past hurts, or people who no longer see us. We fear that if we let go, we will be left with nothing. But the truth is, holding on to what no longer fits you leaves no room for the miracles that are trying to find you. Letting go is an invitation to the universe to bless you with more. There is goodness all around you, right now. It's in the breath you just took. It's in the sun rising without your help. It's in the way life continues to move, gently and patiently waiting for you to move with it. But to allow that goodness in, you must make space. You must be willing to trust that what is leaving your life is clearing the way for something far more beautiful. Letting go does not mean you didn't care. It means you care enough about yourself to choose peace. It means you've decided to stop carrying burdens that weigh you down. It means you no longer allow your past to dictate your future. Whether it's an old relationship, a job that drains you, a grudge that poisons your heart, or a belief that tells you you're not worthy, whatever it is, You can release it now. You are ready. Letting go is a process. Sometimes it happens in a moment. Sometimes it takes time, tears, and patience. That's okay. Be gentle with yourself. There's no rush. There's only the invitation to soften, to loosen your grip, to surrender, control, and trust that life knows what it's doing. You were never meant to do it all alone. There is a greater force working with you, through you, and for you, but it cannot flow when your hands are full of fear. Letting go is the way you say, I trust, I believe, I am ready to receive. And in that space, goodness rushes in. New opportunities, deeper love, unexpected joy, peace that surpasses understanding. You cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot rise while dragging old weight. What you are seeking, clarity, healing, freedom, is already on its way. But it needs a space to land. Letting go creates that space. It tells life you are no longer attached to what was. You are now aligned with what is meant to be. Sometimes the thing you must release is a version of yourself. The one who settled, the one who stayed quiet, the one who believed they weren't enough. You are not who you were. You are evolving. And with growth comes the sacred art of release. Letting go honors your transformation. It says, I love who I was, but I choose to become who I truly am. As you let go, breathe deeply, forgive what hurt you, bless what is leaving, bless it all. Because every experience brought you here, and here in this very moment is where your power lives. The past cannot touch you unless you bring it with you. You are free to begin again. You are free to create something new. You are free to let goodness pour in like sunlight through an open window. Say it softly to yourself. I let go. I release. I allow goodness in. Let these words become your prayer, your practice, your promise to yourself. And then feel your body relax. Feel your heart expand. Feel the tension leave your shoulders. Feel life responding to your openness. You deserve joy. You deserve ease. You deserve abundance in all forms, not because you've earned it, but because you exist. That is enough. You don't have to prove your worth to receive love. You don't have to struggle to be seen. Goodness is not reserved for the perfect. It is available to everyone, including you, the moment you allow it in. Let this be your moment. The moment you stop clinging. The moment you release the need to control, to know, to force. The moment you trust the flow of life and welcome the beauty waiting for you on the other side of surrender. Let go and let goodness in. You are being guided even when you feel lost, even in the silence, even in the stillness, even when everything seems to be falling apart. There is a higher order at work in your life. You are not wandering through this world alone or without purpose. You are not forgotten. There is a presence within you and all around you that sees further than your eyes, knows more than your mind, and loves you more deeply than you can imagine. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like mistakes, were part of a larger journey. Nothing has been wasted. Not the detours, not the heartbreaks, not the delays. Each experience was preparing you, shaping you, guiding you to where your soul needs to be. Life doesn't make errors. The universe knows exactly how to lead you, even when the path is hidden from your view. Sometimes the guidance comes as a whisper, a sudden thought, an inner nudge, a feeling that won't go away. Other times, it arrives through people, through signs, through unexpected changes that redirect your course. It may not always make sense in the moment, but when you look back, you will see the perfection in how everything unfolded. That job, that didn't work out, that door that closed, that person who left. It all had to happen not to harm you, but to protect you, to move you closer to the truth of who you are. You may doubt this when things feel heavy, when you're waiting for answers, when the world feels silent. It's easy to believe you've been abandoned, but the quiet times are often the most sacred. They are when your soul grows the most. When you're not distracted by noise or busy proving your worth, you start to hear the deeper wisdom within you, that inner voice, the one that feels peaceful, calm, and sure. That is your guidance system. It never yells, it never rushes. It simply waits for you to listen. Guidance doesn't always look the way you expect. It may lead you to rest when you want to hustle. It may guide you to let go when you want to hold on. It may ask you to walk away from comfort and step into the unknown, but always it will lead you toward growth, toward healing, toward freedom. Your only job is to stay open, to trust that you are being led even when the path is unclear. There is no need to force your life to unfold. You don't have to control every detail. You don't have to know every next step. When you surrender your need to know and begin to trust the timing of your life, you make space for miracles. You begin to walk in harmony with the divine rhythm of the universe, and everything begins to flow with more ease. Take a deep breath and feel that you are supported. Even if you can't see it yet, even if you feel afraid, something greater is guiding you through it all. You are being shown what no longer serves you. You are being invited to rise. You are being asked to believe in a future that hasn't yet arrived, and that takes courage. But you are not alone in this. Trust the signs, trust the detours, trust the quiet urges in your heart that pull you towards something different. You do not need the full picture to take the next step. You only need faith. Faith that what is meant for you will always find you. Faith that you are not behind, not late, not off course. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. You are being guided in ways seen and unseen. You are being moved toward people who will love you, lessons that will strengthen you, and opportunities that will expand you. The universe is always communicating with you through dreams, feelings, synchronicities, and even challenges. Open your heart, open your eyes, and you will begin to recognize the guidance that has always been there. Let yourself be led. Let go of fear. Let go of needing to figure it all out. You are safe to trust the unfolding. You are held, you are heard, and you are guided every single day. In this moment, you are not lost. You are on a sacred path. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep listening to that gentle voice within. Everything is happening for your highest good. You are being guided, and you always have been.